Hello, in this video we will discuss about the Bacilariophyta. That is the botanical lesson we will discuss. That is the Bacilariophyta. So it is the unicellular algae, and it is include diatoms. And diatom cells are basically enclosed by cell wall and made by silica. His silica containing basically this glassy shell or frustule, and this frustule consists of two tightly fitting halves. So we will discuss about the whole detail to understand what is the Bacilliophyta. So let's begin to understand. First of all, here is the diatom which that contain are two halves, and these two halves is the upper and lower. It is known as the apitheca and hypotheca. We will discuss also. So first of all, let's begin to understand the evolutionary process, and this evolutionary aspect we will discuss first. So the member of this division are commonly termed as diatoms. An early geological period is confirmed by presence of large deposits of their siliceous frustules. These deposits are termed as diatomaceous earth, and this diatomaceous earth basically is you can understand as well. So the Bacilliophyceae, including 200 genera and 16,000 species, and that is marine and freshwater. And this is the colonial forms planktons or epiphytes on other algae and higher plants which that contain these type. And their color is the olive green to brown in color. So the shape we will discuss about that. First of all, we should understand about the appearance. So this is the appearance we are understanding about this. So the Bacilliophyta, including 200 genera and 16,000 species, marine, freshwater, and colonial forms, planktons, and epiphytes on other algae and higher plants. And this is the olive green to brown in color. So in the color is the olive green to brown. While the shape of these Bacilliophyta we will discuss. So the shape of this is round can be, and elongate, conical, oval, and rod shape and disc, as shown in the figure I am drawing here. So you can assume that is a round is the ball-like structure, and oval is the egg-like structure, while the rod-like is the rod-like rod shape, while the elongate is the elongated, and the conically we will discuss the cone-like structure, and disc is a disc-like structure, and the triangular is also. This triangular you can see and understand as well. So the triangular means the triangle will be arise. So let's begin to understand the structure first. So the structure of the diatoms. So diatoms contain different layers we will discuss, and these different layers inside is the living matter. For example, the cytoplasm we will discuss. So this is the diatom which contain here you can see and understand as well. So this is the epivalve, and the hypovalve is the downward. So the epivalve and the inside the pleural band. This pleural band is the girdle band also known as, and this is used for the attachment together, and the pleural band is showing in the figure you can see as well inside. So the pleural band and hypovalve is known as the girdle band, and this is the hypotheca, while the epivalve and pleural band is contain a girdle band. This is the epitheca is the frustule. It's collectively epitheca and hypotheca is known as the frustule. So this collectively is known as the frustule or frustule. So in this way we can also understand the types of the diatoms, and there are different types of diatoms you can understand as well. So in this way here you can see and understand that is the epitheca and hypotheca. We will also understand with a different diagram to understand. So here is the type we will discuss now. So the type can be here is your pinnate diatoms or centric and centric diatom, which that is the another type. And this pinnate is looking like this. and this is contain a keel inside. Here is the outside, while the inside is the cranial dots, carinal dots. So the carinal dots and raphe are present in the midline is known as raphe. So about this function we will not understand, and we will not go into the deep concept, but just understand for the Bacilliophyta. So the Bacilliophyta contain a diatom, and this here is the pinnate diatom, and this is the centric diatom, which that it means centric is, about that. This structure is looking like this. Now discuss about the reproduction. The reproduction is the sexual and also the asexual. While the sexual reproduction is isogamous, it means the gametes are same, equal to each other, and we cannot distinguish between the female and male gamete, and require the various factors for sexual reproduction, such as temperature, light, condition, and nutrition. Asexually used for the cell division and by mitosis. So it is unicellular. It means divide into two cells and to grow their generation through asexual reproduction. While the sexual reproduction is used for the genetic recombination. So let's begin to understand another things which that is important. The structure of the diatoms, which contain here is the structure of the diatom, which that is showing in the figure, contain nucleus, cytoplasm, and that is the lower frustule is also known as the hypotheca, and the upper basically is the chloroplast is also present, mitochondria, and is the apitheca is the upper frustule, and the cell wall is basically made up of silica in ingredient of glass. So here is you can see that is the autotrophs, because it's consuming the light from the chloroplast to produce the energy, and in this way it is the brownish color, and that's oil droplets are present, which that is used for the reserve food. So the reserve food is not glycogen but the oil droplets, and that is why it is the oil containing. We will discuss next also. So here is the I am containing the bigger picture. I am drawing the bigger picture to understand. So outer side is the plasma membrane, while the inside is basically is the plasma membrane, but deposition of the silica lima, and this in this way here is a contain a carboxyl group, and the amine group is the phosphorylated serine, which that is attached with the plasma silica lima. So inside is here you can see, and in this way the inside is you can see and understand as well, and this is the inside the two layers of the silica. So containing here is you can see, and basically is the inside is more cell membrane like structure for bilayer of phospholipid, and inside is the cytoplasm, while in this way inside is the serine, phosphorylated serine, and silaphine is also present. Silaphine is used for the deposition and the hardness, and this used for the interaction with cytoplasm and protein and actin and microtubules, which that is used for the movement of the animal and movement of the cell. So here is economic importance. If we will discuss the role as a primary producer, it means the autotrophs so produce the glucose, starch, and oils for the source of food for aquatic animals including fish and whales, and this reserve food in diatoms is oil. These oils are rich of vitamin D and E, and we can use as a medical purposes, such as the source of the protein, source of the vitamin A and E, which that is very important for our health. So let's begin to understand about the source of petroleum products. So the 11% oil by volume of their body, this may the source of oil in earth of diatomaceous earth when the deposition after the fossilization. So to produce the petroleum, the 11% after the long term buried into the soil. So the structure we will discuss about the example of the Bacilariophyta is the pinularia, This penule area is contain a pin-like structure we can say and understand as well. So the order, family, and genus and habitat we will discuss. So the order is the panels and naviculoidea. That is the family, and the pinularia is the genus, and the habitat is the freshwater ditches on the surface of mud in the drying pond and on the moist soil. So the structure of these, the pinularia, we will discuss just for understanding. So this is the apitheca and hypotheca is again we can understand as well. So this the apitheca and hypotheca is showing in the figure, and the girdle is the central part, the middle, and the connecting band is present. So you can see and understand. So I hope you make sense about this Bacilliophyta is the algae. So thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and like.